We might stop up and see Mom and Dad's grave. I haven't been for a long time.
Oh.
Up in Moscow. So maybe we'll do that.
I'll be next year.
At Mom and Dad?
Yeah.
I hear that much.
And my mother's there too.
Is she? Oh, so she's not with Grandpa?
No. My father had 2 plots.
Yeah.
From he and my mother.
Right.
But when Uncle Bill died, Aunt Frances, do you remember Aunt Frances?
Yep.
She was crying. She didn't know where to bury him, so my father gave her that plot for Uncle Bill. So my mother is up with where I'm going to be.
Oh, okay, with Mom and Dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where your mother and father
Yeah.
is. Right. But you're such a beautiful lady. You were always a beautiful person. I'm so happy you're my niece.
Oh, thank you.
I have wonderful nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
But you and Diane were special. I love Diane because she was the first one.
Yeah.
And she lived upstairs.
Yeah.
And
I think she was, when she was born, wasn't she in the little pantry? Because they didn't really have a room for her. Was she in the pantry?
Yeah.
And then they built the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, when you were all living in the house, like Uncle Charlie and Uncle Andrew, and did you all eat together down in the kitchen?
Oh, yeah.
So everybody at one big table.
Yeah.
And did your mother cook? Because she wasn't much of a cook.
She used to cook, but she wasn't a great cook.
She didn't like it, yeah. So did you mostly have pasta?
I hate pasta.
Is that what you have mostly?
Oh, God, yeah.
All the time?
Macaroni.
Yeah.
I hated it.
And then did you drink the wine with dinner that they made? And if you were little, it had water in it, or?
No.
You just drank wine?
Mm-hmm. It was a lush.
Because you didn't have juice and stuff then.
My drink was rum and Coke.
Oh, I remember that, yeah.
Drinking rum and Coca-Cola. Go down.
Cola.
Cool.
I think that might have been an Andrews Sisters song.
Yeah. But most of all, I miss my smoking.
Do you?
I love to smoke.
Yeah.
Smoking did not harm me at all.
No, it didn't. It's amazing. I mean, at this point, I don't think there's any point in stopping. You just not wanted in the house.
They were nice enough to let me smoke.
Yeah.
Dale did a lot for me.
Yeah.
My thing now is the radio. I love listening to the talk show.
Yeah, it's good company.
God kept me alive. If there's a God, He kept me alive too long. I never wanted to be this old.
Yeah.
Never. Would you want to live to be this old? Nah, it's no good. If you can't be productive, there's no sense.
We were productive today.
Yeah.
Gave me lots of stories.
Thank you, Debbie.
So what was Aunt Katie like when she was little, when she was a girl? Like, was she shy? Was she funny? What was she like?
No, she used to pick on me. She was 4 years older than me. And she used to do the cleaning. And if I tried to clean, she said, "Get out of here. You don't know how to do it." We didn't get along
when you were little.
Kids.
Yeah.
It was later on that we became close.
Yeah. How about you and my dad? Because he was younger and he was a boy.
I think your dad was 2 years young.
Yeah.
2 years younger.
Yeah.
I don't remember
playing with him
or anything. No.
Yeah.
I remember he didn't like to go when he went to Penn School.
Yep.
There was a Miss O'Malley an Irish teacher.
Yeah.
She didn't like the Italians, and evidently she picked on your father.
Yeah.
He he used to come home.
Oh.
He didn't want to stay in Penn
Yeah.
School,
Yeah.
and I think that's when he transferred to Longfellow.
Yeah. And where was Longfellow School? Where was Longfellow School?
Yeah.
Where was it? Up further up Drinker
Yeah.
Street? Yeah.
No, it wasn't on Drinker Street. It was up on the hill.
On the hill?
Yeah.
There was more Italians there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were all Italians. That
Yeah.
was the Italian neighborhood.
Right. Right.
Charlie and I were the only ones that went to Penn School.
Yeah.
I don't know where Dominic went, because Dominic was older.
Yeah.
Oh, Dominic used to pick on me when I was a kid.
Really?
Because I had pimples, and he used to say I was going to go to some kind of camp where they all have something. I forget what he used to call. He used to scare the hell out of me.
I can't imagine Uncle Tom doing that.
Don't forget he was quite older than me when I was a kid.
Yeah. Yeah. He was the oldest.
Yeah, he was the oldest.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember you telling me one time too that I think you went to confession at St. Mary's and the priest told you to go to your own church.
Yeah.
So how did he know that you didn't belong there? Because they can't see you through the screen, right? It was in the confessional.
I don't remember. But the Irish and the Catholic, Irish and the Italians didn't get along.
Yeah.
But I lived in an Irish neighborhood.
Yeah.
We got along.
But you were the only ones who moved down to that part. Yeah.
They were all Irish.
Yeah. Well,
and
my dad.
They were all nice.
My dad was good friends with Tom Brown.
Yeah.
Right across. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have anything to do with the Browns, or there were no girls, right, in the family? It was just Tom and Frank.
They were nice. Frank was Katie's age. Tom was older, and I think he went to war, and I think he was killed in the war.
Tom Brown?
Tom Brown. He was older. Frank became a school teacher, and he was teaching up in New York State during the war.
Oh. And then he came back, and then he was at the University of Scranton.
Yeah.
Because Tommy had him.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad told me that Tom Brown kind of hired my dad to be his valet, but mostly because they wanted to hang out together. But they were sort of from a different class.
Mm-hmm.
So that was how he could have my dad over to the house all the time. Was doing that. And there was also a story about how Aunt Katie and Uncle Benny got together. And was Uncle Benny and Aunt Katie, was Uncle Benny originally going out with you? And then, what was the story of them meeting? I thought there was some funny story.
She went out with her girlfriends, and that's how she met Benny. No, I didn't. Benny came to the house once, the first time, and I answered the door. I didn't even know she was going. She knew him, 'cause she was shy like me.
Yeah.
And he thought I was Katie.
Had he met her before?
No.
Oh, so it was like they were set up by friends. Yeah.
He came to the house, and I answered the door.
Yeah.
And he thought I was Katie, but he was nice too.
So was she home?
Is he what?
Was Katie home?
Yeah.
You just answered the door.
I just answered the door, the front door.
Yeah. Is that where people would come in, that front door that went into your living room?
Uh-huh.
They didn't come to the back? porch, usually in that front door, because we never came in that, well, we'd come in the middle door and go upstairs. But we never went in the door to your living room.
Yeah.
And why was there the door that, you came in the main front door, and then there was the door that went into your living room?
In between.
Why was that there, do you think?
I don't know.
That's where you used to have your little organ, in that corner.
Yeah.
On the other side of the door, but you never used that door.
No.
Yeah. That's one thing I said about that.
I have no idea.
That house had more doors than any house of its size that I've ever seen. There were doors everywhere. A lot of doors.
Yeah.
There was the door that went to where your phone was.
Yeah.
Then your bedroom. Then there was a door there. You know?
There
was a door to the attic steps. There was the door to my dad's
room. That was the hallway there.
Yeah, where your phone was?
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of history in that house.
That was good. My grandfather, I don't know how my grandfather had money to build that house.
Yeah. I have all the receipts from when he built it.
Yeah?
Because I have all the papers that were in that house.
Really?
Yeah, I have to go through them. I started going through some stuff, but they had every single tax receipt for the real estate taxes on that house from 1917 up until like the 1980s.
Wow.
Every single tax receipt.
Unbelievable.
Grandpa was a saver, yeah. Kept everything. Yeah, and then the receipts for the construction. Yeah, there was a lot of stuff. When Bobby and Dale came up one time to look at the stuff, and I was showing them all because I figured Dale would be really interested because he's a contractor. He'd understand what those things were. But yeah, there's a lot of documents. Maybe Santo will come next time. I'll bring Santo.
I love Santo.
I'll leave Natalia with the dogs.
Did I ever take you to Syracuse?
We used to go to the state fair in Syracuse, I remember. I remember driving up to go to the state fair, and it's still there. We went this year, Natalia and I. It's still a big state fair.
But did we take you to the?
Yeah.
I remember taking you somewhere.
Yeah.
I loved going up to Boston because I used to listen to Boston on the radio every night.
Yeah.
I never wanted to leave that house.
Yeah, I know.
Never.
And we have a picture of Victor when he was little shoveling the coal down in the cellar with my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. We used to play in that cellar. We used to go around the cellar in Grandpa's wheelchair. Tommy and I. And then there was that one place where there was like the big bump, and we had to go over the bump. And then the cold cellar where you had like the potatoes and you kept your gladiola bulbs. And it was that colder area there. And then your old washer with where you put the clothes through the wringer.
Yeah.
And then Grandpa put in the shower down there.
Yeah.
So he could shower when he came home from work. Did he work weekends when he was working at the Erie shops, or was he off Saturday and Sunday? Grandpa, your father, did he work at the shops on the weekend or just during the week?
Oh, no, he worked during the week.
Yeah, so he was off Saturday and Sunday. Yeah. Did he ever play with you guys or
No.
No.
No. My father was strict.
Yeah. Well, and he worked at home. He had the gardens, and
he
was always.
God, he was a hard worker.
And he was building stuff, and he had the shop downstairs.
He was a hard worker.
Yeah.
That's all he wanted to do was work. I sure didn't take after him.
Yeah.
I don't know who I must have took after Uncle Andrew.
No, Uncle Andrew was the miserable one. I don't.
Oh, he was terrible.
Yeah.
He was terrible to us. One time he won a great big candy at Easter time from the candy kitchen.
Yeah.
Do you know he made us pay for it when he gave it to us? we had to pay for
Oh
it.
my goodness.
He was
And what were
mean.
your aunts like? Like Aunt Bernie, Aunt Millie? Did you get along? Now they
Oh,
didn't
yeah,
live there,
Aunt
but
Bernetta was nice.
nice.
Aunt Millie was too mouthy.
What's that mean?
She she'd holler at you, you know.
Yeah.
But Aunt Bernetta
Yeah,
was
and I
nice.
knew Aunt Millie well. You probably even met Aunt Millie.
Do you remember Pauline Gallo?
Yeah.
Pauline was my
Nice.
friend.
Yeah. Yeah.
She was so nice.
But yeah, Aunt Millie was kind of tough.
Oh,
Even
yeah.
with her husband, I remember, she kind of ruled the roost.
Oh, yeah.
Aunt Millie.
Ming,
he never said a word.
he was so nice. I loved him.
He was gentle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ming and Sapep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then how about your mother's sister? So like Aunt Ange?
Aunt Ange.
Was she a good aunt to you?
She was sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember going up to her house. She always had a big pot of meatballs on the stove whenever we went up to Aunt Ange's.
No,
Really?
Donnie Mecca died.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Danny.
And Danny, yeah.
I love Danny.
But yeah, his son Danny is terrific too. I'm in touch with him.
His youngest son, Dan, he always liked me.
He's funny, yeah.
I used to call him little Danny. I like Danny. And I liked his son, young Danny.
We should probably think about going pretty soon. We hate to leave you though.
Yeah, I
don't want to leave you.
You're the best thing that ever happened to me. I love you. I love you dearly.
We'll come back and visit, okay?
Will you?
I will, I promise.
Will you come to
I'll come
Dale's
to Dale's
house?
Yeah. And I'll bring Santo.
Oh, please do. and bring me Natasha.
Natasha.
See, I forgive me. I'm forgetting.
You're doing real good.
You're doing amazing.
Love you, sweetheart. Were you the one when the president died?
Yes.
You were sleeping with me?
And I was so mad because the only thing on TV was the thing about the president.
Yeah.
Because I was so excited to sleep in your room because you had the TV,
Yeah.
but all it was the president. There was nothing fun on.
Mom.
Yeah, I remember. Good. I remember being outside, and Grandma was in the house, and she heard the news, and she came out to the back porch screaming when the president got shot, and then you and I came running in.
Yeah.
I remember that. But yeah, I was supposed to sleep with you that night, and it was very disappointing.
I hate to see you go.
I know. I feel bad.
I'm so happy you came.
We had a good visit.
I thought I'd never see you again.
No, we'll be back. We'll bring Santo.
Yes. You better bring Santa. I hate to see you go. You made my day.